Welcome to Fandango's Big Ticket. Blue Beetle is our big ticket movie of the week.
Now I realize, growing up as a Latino, except when I was growing up I didn't think that way. I was just like, oh, this is how I grew up. I always have been super close to my family, and it's just been how it's been like that my whole life, and it's been inherent. I've never known any difference, and getting to be a part of a movie where that is the same case, but just naturally, without having to shove it in your face or be like, this is how the Latino life is like. It's how all of us have kind of grown up, and that's why it feels so natural. That's one of the main things I was excited about getting to do this, is portray this family who, even through strife and struggle, is like strong and like is ready to push on forward and then the other part that really made me excited is that he's brown, and I thinking of Angel and I had a lot of conversations about like, this is for us as kids. There weren't a ton of examples, at least on the big screen, so that's why.
Yeah. Get your tickets now and be sure to check out our full interview on Fandango.com. In theaters this week, a classic comic book character coming to life on the big screen, and an R-rated animated movie with an A-rated voice cast. It's all coming up this week on Big Ticket.
Host acquired.
Who said that?
Systems tracking 3,
Okay,
2.
it's gonna be okay.
First up is the DC superhero film Blue Beetle. This character dates all the way back to comic book pages from 1939 and derives his powers from a scarab that gives him the ability to produce a super strong exoskeleton and produce various tools and weapons based on whatever he can imagine. I'll have what he's having. And a long history combined with intriguing powers is a great reason to check this one out. Another reason to set a viewing trap for this Beetle is that it marks the first solo film for a Latino superhero. On top of that, Angel Manuel Soto said that building an authentic Mexican-American family around the main star with a variety of accents and experiences, similar to what fans have seen in the comics, was a big part of making this film. As far as the third reason to check this one out, take your pick. How about the fact that Susan Sarandon is playing a villain? Or that Blue Beetle, aka Jaime Reyes, is played by Xolo Maridueña of Cobra Kai fame in his first film role? Or that we just love meeting new superheroes in movie form?
Humped anything before?
I wouldn't say I've humped, per se.
There you go, Red.
I'm doing good.
Tell it Gnome you're his daddy.
Hey, Gnome, I'm your father. It's good to finally meet you,
Richie.
even under these strange circumstances.
Also wandering into theaters is the animated film Strays. This R-rated comedy comes with a super impressive first reason to check this one out, and it's the voice cast. It includes Will Ferrell, Jamie Foxx, Will Forte, Isla Fisher, Randall Park, and Sofia Vergara. And hey, if you got time for two more names, how about Rob Riggle and Josh Gad? You get my point, right? The film follows an abandoned dog who ends up joining with other strays as they help him get revenge on his former owner, which sounds like a great reason to bark up this tree. Woof, alright, I had to do it. Plus, Strays was produced by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, whose names might sound familiar as the writers and directors of Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the Lego Movie, not to mention the live-action 21 and 22 Jump Streets. Throw all that into your Vitamix and you just might have the perfect recipe for success. Well, that's it for this week's Big Ticket, and whether you take the insect route or the canine route, it's gonna be fun. And don't forget, you can get your tickets to both of these right now at Fandango.com. Thanks for watching Fandango's Big Ticket. See you next week.